carried on. So bear in mind, I'm only a quarter of the way through. So I'm going to really get that little bit tighter. So I might swap my pliers over now, just to bring in. So to make it smaller, I'm just coming, so I'm holding it here and just bringing in it so that it's much tighter. So there we go. So we've got the same sort of shape, but it's just a lot smaller now. I'm going to swap my pliers over. And so for my L, so we've got our sort of our although it's all going to be lowercase, but these ones here, so the E is obviously the low size, the L is going to be double the height. So I'm just going to come in and start to bring that round.
So you move the wire rather than your tools?
Yes, yeah. And so you do a mixture, and I tend to always try and go back to how it would be that if I was going to read it. So, and I've done love lots and lots of times. So, you know, but you can see there's a lot of similar letters in this. So we've got our E and our L. So again, I'm just going to come in, and before I go on to anything else, I'm just going to take the two components. So we've got that. So I think that'll fit a lot better now. So again, I'm just going to come in and form it in exactly the same way. So I'm going to support there, bring in with my round nose pliers. Try and always keep that one so it's sort of going over the top. So you can see we're over the top sort of at these tails here to try and keep that so it's sort of that, the one that I'm writing with is coming over. So my next one, I'm just going to go in. So I'm just supporting, so I'm using this nail here as just sort of a support there so it doesn't go out of line. I'm going to come up. So you can see using that 0.8, I can get nice, fine writing. So again, I'm going to come in. So what I need to think about is there's always a couple of millimeters above the top part of my pliers. So if I sort of aim for that and bring in, so again, I'm going to start to bring round. So I'm holding it all the way down here to get that nice curve. Then I'm going to go in and just straighten that out. So I'd form my C's in exactly the same way, but because we want our L's, so I'm just giving it a little bit of a squidge there, just so it's a bit straighter and a bit more elongated. So all the time I come back to, so I'm trying to make sure that the two L's, because they're obviously the same letter, so you want them to look nice and neat and uniform. And now we're also going to think about our baseline here. So on our E that we come down to now, so again, I'm going to make that bend. So I'm just going to support here and make that bend so that it's in line with the baseline here. So I'm going to come up. Again, just keep checking. So sort of coming to about there. And I'm going to form the last E. So I'm just going to grip, just a little bit of a kick out, tiny kick out, and then bring back round. So again, I'm holding here because I want that nice curve around the front of the word. So if I let go now and start to just have a little bit of control there, bringing it in and bring round. So I started to form the
That's lovely.
name.
That's
so L is a really nice because you've got it's quite fluid. So we know that now is going to sit on that side. Okay.
Yeah.
So our next bit, I'm just going to start to form the heart shape. So again, I'm just going to start to just tease that wire around. I want to bring that so that it's coming to form the heart. So what we're going to have up here is sort of like the cleavage of the heart. So we're getting that curve. So I'm just supporting all the letters that I've done. And again, pop your two components together. So it's going to sit like that. So now what I want to do is, again, so this wire that I've finished doing all my writing with, I want to try and swap that over so it's going at the back because that's what's going to go through the drill hole. So I've got the curve there. So I'm going to do exactly the same on the other one. Start to just, if you're not happy to do this sort of free form, you could use your step barrel making pliers or your round nose pliers or a pen or something like that if you want to make so you're trying to get that reasonably even. So now I can add in, I might just hold that there, just bring in a little bit. So I'm going going to decide which way I want. So that's going to go in there.
Oh,
Position it in.
gorgeous.
So I've got the little heart. So if I have a look at the back now, so I'm just going to bring that through. So if I just take that off, so you can see I've got like a bit of a right angle. Can you see? So I've got the little angle there, so that's going to sit in like that, and I can start now to really manipulate how that's going to sit. So I'm going to come up there. So that now, I'm going to leave that for a minute, and that's going to just become a very, very simple bail. So if I just bring that now, so I'm quite happy with the shape of the heart. So I'm going to just come round. So I've taken that through, so I'm just going to use this almost like a needle and thread, a continuous, and pull that all the way through. So I'm trying to do it in quite a fluid way so I don't get too many kinks in the wire that I'd then have to go and...
I suppose this is tying it all off, isn't it? Making sure it's all secure.
That's it, because what we're trying to do, we want to get this wire sort of back round to the top so we can have that effect of a wrap loop. So if I go, take that round, so I'm just going to keep pulling that. I'm trying to pull it, and I'm pulling it in that direction, if you can see. It's like a hole. Yeah. So if I keep bringing that in. So I'm pushing at the top of the heart there, just all the time trying to get that curve. So now at that point, before I do any sort of, because it's still very fluid at the moment, before I wrap this wire around the top of this, so this wire here, I just want to make sure that I've got it quite even. So I'll talk through, see the one that you